Hiya Hiya knitters! Today I'll be showing you how to make my Halloween pumpkins. If you're new to knitting in the round, it's a good starter project to get you used to working with DPNs, and you can also easily change and adapt this pattern to make a variety of shapes and sizes. So I'm using HiyaHiya 10mm bamboo DPNs, but you can use whatever size you feel like. Smaller needles will produce smaller pumpkins and larger will produce larger, so just see what you feel like knitting with. The yarn today is this brilliant super chunky yarn by Countess Ablaze, aptly named Stop Stealing My Pumpkin. As with all their chunky yarns, it's super soft and really cosy to knit with. So to begin, cast on 20 stitches onto one DPN and then share this out across an additional 2 needles, so your work should lie across 3. To start knitting in the round, you want the needle with your ball of yarn connected on the right, an empty new needle in your right hand, and the work on your left. Now the pattern for this is knit 3, purl 1, repeated until your project measures about 4 inches long. This is where the pattern is easily adaptable. If you want a taller pumpkin, knit it for longer. If you want to have more bumps around the edges, multiply your cast on by 4. So if you cast on 24 stitches, you'll have 6 bumps around it, 28 would have 7, and so on. Once you've reached your ideal length, cut your yarn with a length of tail. I'm using the HiyaHiya puppy snips to do this. Rather than casting it off in the usual way, you put your needle through the remaining stitches and pull tight. And to sew it up, I'll be using the HiyaHiya Darning needle. Sew your yarn through the stitches on your needle and pull tight. If there's a bit of a gap, you can sew a few stitches to pull it together tighter and get rid of that little hole. You then want to grab some soft toy stuffing and pack this pumpkin full of it. I maybe should have put a bit more in this one because it could be bigger. So pack as much as you can in and then sew up the open end and cut your yarn. Now to really give it that pumpkin shape, get another long piece of yarn. If you can see the difference here between the knit stitches and the purl stitches around the outside, you want to sew a stretch of yarn like so around the purl part of the pattern and then back up through the centre, out the other side, pull tight to create a bit of squidge, and then again go around the outside following the purl line and up through the centre, again pulling tight. Repeat this 3 more times and then you should create that pumpkin shape. You're now just missing your stalk. So to create mine, I used a HiyaHiya 7mm crochet hook with a darker shade of yarn. I chained 10 stitches. All apologies to people who crochet out there. I'm still learning, so I know this might look a bit messy. Tied off the last one and just sewed it to the centre of my pumpkin. This one took me about 20 minutes. Here's a smaller one that I've used the same pattern on, but using a 6mm needle, so it's come out a little bit smaller. Have a play about and see which ones you like making. These are really good little decorations for Halloween, and I love making these every year. If you like this pattern and had a go with it, please tag us in. Let me know any feedback on it, if it can improve or anything you've done to make it better. There are links below to everything I've used in this video, a list of our stockists and tutorials. Please subscribe, hit notifications. I'll be posting videos every Friday on different projects I have completed, and occasionally we'll be doing tutorial weeks. Till next time, happy knitting!